Please be advised, this is for entertainment purpose only.
Welcome back to another episode of Ying and Yang. And on this episode today, we're going to talk about King Henry VIII. But just before we get into the king himself, I just want to touch bases with Yang. Darling. Bitch. What's going on?
Just the same old fucking week. Same old week. Working,
that's my line.
Chilling, doing nothing. And yourself?
That's my line.
Yeah. Sounds like your life at the minute. Well, all the time, actually. Look back on all these episodes and we can just be like, yeah, same week again.
My week was okay. I'm not complaining. I'm not going to use the same line as you, fucker. Not going to use the same line. It's better than last week. Let me just say that. Okay? So like I said, we're going to be talking about King Henry VIII.
King Henry VIII.
Leave me. Leave my Caribbeanism and leave it alone. So, King Henry, why are you laughing?
Because you're like, so, King Henry.
Yeah, because you kind of threw me off on my thoughts. So, King Henry VIII, he was a king. He was a man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those type of man who does whatever the hell they want, when they want, and how the fuck they want. So,
history. It's just history of itself.
Yes, I mean, he probably started the era of male dogs. You know, the players, well, he didn't really start it, did he? Because it probably went back before him. Where men just can't keep, that third leg hidden away. And for one female. So Henry's, I like him. I'll be honest. I like him. I did like the history behind him for some reason. I don't know why. He's one of my favorite kings. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Yeah, weird, right?
Wow.
I just do. He was the founder of the Tudor dynasty.
Okay.
He was married 6 times. And I'm more than sure he had other side chicks behind the scenes that just, whenever he wants to get wet, then he want to dip that, he dip it, that.
The little shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Brothels, prostitutes.
I don't think he probably went. I think they came to him.
Well, it's the king. Do what he wants.
Yeah.
When he wants.
When he wants, whenever he wants, how he wants it. But you won't see that in the history book, will you? We be kind of speculating at this point.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. But he's not here to sue us, is he? Yeah, so like I said, he was married 6 times, and his reign, I feel like his reign was very messy. It was messy.
Wow, yeah. I mean, you could look at Prince Edward VII, VIII? I don't know what the one that had to abdicate before King George V, VI.
Okay.
This is like Queen Elizabeth's dad's brother.
Oh, but that wasn't so messy. No, man. He wanted one woman it's just that she was divorced. She was previously married and divorced. That was the problem.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowed to.
But he gave up the throne, bless him.
Yeah, but that's not messy. That's love. That's so romantic. I'm so cheesy right now. That's different from this one. You can't compare King Edward to this. You can't compare. This is mess. This is a man who was married 6 times, chopped 2 of his wives' head off, Like, may that make sense? Like that, don't compare the two. It's not the same. It's not the same. That King Edward, he was
kind,
loving. Henry VIII.
Killed and slaughtered his wives, pleased and merry.
Yeah. Six wives.
They all do it. Look at them emperors back in the day, that emperors still nowadays, that will chop your head off, treason. I'm pretty sure we still have the death penalty.
It's kind of rare. It's kind of rare. It's kind of freaking rare. This man, don't know why I like this. I mean, you know, like you see the underdog and you try to root for the underdog. No. You know, like when you, no, I root for the underdog.
Oh.
He's not an underdog. I'm not saying he's an underdog. I'm just saying that I wish he had made better choices, but it's just the fact that he wanted a son. And I think had he how many wives after he got, how many wives after?
Like, how many? Was it 4 on his
right, but
his third go, and then he married 3 more times.
Okay, so listen, what I'm saying is,
slut.
Maybe I'm being optimistic here. Maybe had he been able to get a son, more than one sons from his first wife, he probably wouldn't have been known as, you know, Henry VIII with 6 wives, and that song you were singing, that nursery rhyme that you was going on about, like.
Should have took a few pages out of someone else's book. Not going to say their name because it's a bit.
Am I thinking who you think?
Starts with a D. It starts with a D.
This is so sad. We're laughing at shit like this. Now listen. But Henry's first wife was Catherine of Aragon. And they were married for like 24 years, weren't they?
A long time, yeah. 24 years. Oh, look here. You got your maths right.
Yeah, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Had he been able to get those, because she was pregnant for quite a bit. Had he been able to have all the children that didn't end up being stillborn or die after birth, I don't think it would have fucked with his mind that much, because I feel like at one point, reading the story, he was more so focused on having a son, an heir.
Yeah, but have you seen the conspiracy? Not the conspiracy theories, but you should know the back dates of history, that other people will probably poison somebody to have a miscarriage or kill the baby after birth. Especially if it's a male heir. Oh, right. They won't a male heir.
Yeah, but they would not have known that, would they? Because what happened is that she had a few still born.
Take the gamble.
Mm-hmm.
History all over.
I mean, savages. Can you imagine we living in that time, that era, though, in living with under those type of rule and laws? Ooh. If the breeze blow wrong one morning and the king wake up in a bad fucking mood, and you step a bit too hard, he's like off with his fucking head. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can imagine it, because as English people are horrible fuckers back in the day. They might be like this.
I would think
nowadays they're just off with their heads.
I wouldn't say horrible. I more so would say ruthless,
vile.
Because you can't really trust anyone, can you? You can't even trust your own family members, because they tend to want to have the same have your power, have what you have more than what you have. You know, so I kind of understand. Sound awful, but I do kind of understand the savage behavior.
No, it's just a way of life.
What's the difference? What? Tell me the difference. What the hell you just saying between what I said? Tell me the difference. I mean, what you mean? I literally just say that and you repeat. Now, just the way up. No shit, Sherlock. That's what the fuck I just said.
Very English term that you just said there. No shit, Sherlock.
I'm learning.
You're learning?
I'm learning.
Who from me?
No.
I'm too English.
You're not English enough. At this point, you're trying to be a part of the Caribbean because you've been trying to mimic my accent sometimes and it pisses me off. And I'm trying to mimic yours. So we kind of like doing the Freaky Friday type shit where we switch bodies, like, you know, and try to mimic each other's lives. So yeah, you're trying to get my Caribbean accent. I'm trying to get your British accent so that you could understand. Not that I'm ashamed of my Caribbean roots. Not. It's just that you could understand, and so that I'm more than sure you have people that don't really understand what I'm saying sometimes when they listen to this.
I'm thinking. Give me a mo.
Oh! Can we get back to this?
Catherine of Aragon, a wife of Henry VIII, between 24 years. And she was a regent as well during his reign. She ruled for the country.
I thought she was a really good, you know, I really liked her. I really did like reading her story. She was very humble.
Oh, and she's Mary's mother. Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, she did what?
She's Mary the First, Queen Mary the First.
Yeah, you didn't know it? Oh, you did not know that?
No, I know who Elizabeth is. Not so much Mary. Queen Mary of Scots, but not Queen Mary of England.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. I find, yeah, she was very. I like her most of all, out of all his wives. I think she was very humble.
You say that because it's a long marriage.
No, I'm not saying that because it's a long marriage. Reading the history, the fact that she was, well, it's a part of it. It's not just the only fact. It was a part of it. She was very devoted to him. She was really a woman that is devoted to a man, right? They never get the appreciation that they deserve. That's probably why I like her, because she was really, really devoted to him. And had he said jump, she probably would just say how high. There'll probably be a conversation in between her, but she'll be like, okay, fine, if it makes sense. But I did like her
personality.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like. I wasn't around at the time, so I like what I read about her.
Yeah, they weren't around at that time. No, it's fine. Just imagine,
Well, based on what I read about her, I that made me like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't around there at that time to know what the hell she was actually like. You know, because when we do sometimes, you know, when people write things about people, they may fabricate a lot.
Yep.
So based on what I'm reading about her, my research about her, I did like what I read about her. She did seem like a humble woman, dedicated to her husband. You know, basically like well, you can't say modern day a housewife now, can you? Because nowadays women are not really only focusing on husband; they're also focusing on career and, you know, other stuff.
Giving babies.
Yeah. So she was really, really a wife that was, you know, done for her husband, Bonnie and Clyde type shit. But man, Henry, you messed up. I wonder, is there a hell? I wonder if there really is a hell or heaven. Which one would he be at? Like,
what?
Because I'm wondering if hell or heaven is real.
All right. I thought you said hella, and then now you're going hell and heaven. I was like, okay, I understood that fast talk then.
Yeah. So I'm wondering which one he would be at, because he was the head of the. He became the, he's the first, so became head of the Church of England.
No, I'd be in hell, man. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Like,
oh my god,
he'll be in hell. Straight down that hellhole. Burn, baby.
Say that phrase again.
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. That's it.
So that would be the first one would be Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jayne Seymour, and he said divorce again the third time.
Died the third time.
Okay. The fourth.
Divorce,
beheaded, died.
Divorce, beheaded, survived.
Survived. Okay. Got it. Okay, got it.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that.
No, you was the first one that teach me that. I was not raised here.
No, but we have the same king.
Doesn't okay? It don't sound real harsh, but it didn't really matter. It mean anything to me where I'm from.
History.
So we weren't taught a lot about the British history. We were taught about our own history. We have our own, that type of. We have our own history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The world does not revolve around England.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you.
It revolves around me.
No, it isn't.
Right. Is that Catherine? What's her name out the way? Aragon?
Yeah, well,
she was a lovely one.
Yeah, but yes.
Devotion for her country and her king. Blah, blah, blah. Given kings, queens, birth to them all.
Yeah.
Or it could be the total opposite. We never know.
But I felt like he did her really bad, because he sent her away, and she really, really loved her daughter, and he sent her away, and she was not able to have any sort of communication with her daughter after, which is Mary. And I find that really sad, and I don't understand, like, why would you do something like that, to take away separate a mother and her child? It's kind of fucked up.
Well, he was a ruthless king. I think we're coming around to get that. Ruthless.
Well, we're gonna see that ruthlessness with Anne Boleyn. But I feel like, this is my opinion, just my opinion. I feel like he really did love Anne Boleyn, but for the simple fact that she made him work for it, promised him so much, promising the world. You marry me, you get a son. Like she could tell, like, she's some fucking mind reader or something. Or she, some sort of this, I don't know, this fertile goddess to know that the first go she gonna get a boy. And it was not the case. And I felt like he was more so disappointed that she promised him, this story, this fairy tale, and did not deliver.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Poor, isn't she?
And men with it and their ego. You know how men are and their ego.
He wanted somewhere to stick his wood and get a boy. And she could promise him the world. But unfortunately, she didn't.
No, because check this out. Imagine you're courting somebody and you've been wanting this person, right? Whole time you married happily with your wife, and the person keeps telling you, listen, you can't have this cookie until, you get rid of your previous commitments, and then you can have everything. You can have the boy you wanted, you can have everything you want. I'm gonna please you, I'm gonna do everything for you, and you get rid of previous commitments. You do everything she asked. Because at this point, he didn't get the pumps. So at this point, he whipped. How the hell you could get whipped and didn't get the pumps? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that. But anyways, he was whipped and got rid of everything, blew up his whole life for a woman who promised him.
Short time.
You know what I'm saying? Short, yeah.
Short and sweet.
So I feel like it was.
No.
I feel like it was more so disappointing to him that he did that to Catherine for somebody who promised him sun, moon, stars, and a little bit of an orbit out of space, and just got dirt.
Nasty. Why did we have a king like him? Well, why did I have a king like him? Don't ask me why.
Mm-mm.
But Anne, bless her little cotton socks. Was she? I can't read here.
Bless her little cotton sock.
She got beheaded, didn't she?
Yeah, I kind of that was a man's ego. I'm not gonna stop saying that's his ego. That was his ego. I feel he did give her a child.
You what?
He did give her a child.
But yeah. Oh, she's Elizabeth's mother. I knew it went in a line. Anyway, somebody, Elizabeth. And then there's Edward, isn't there? He's next. He is. They all link up. We'll have an episode on the kids next.
What?
We'll have an episode on the kids next.
I don't think it'll be a very long episode, is it? Because it's not much. They didn't last too long. I mean,
Elizabeth did for quite a while, to be fair.
Yeah, it didn't really last too long. Still, I feel like.
I mean, look at Henry. He was like what, 40? Not even that. 36 years. Elizabeth's got to be at least near that.
Did she?
Not much like our Elizabeth II, who lasted 70. Outreigned them all.
So did you know, Anne Boleyn's sister, the royal family that we have now they are an extension of Anne Boleyn's sister?
Who was Anne Boleyn's sister?
Anne Boleyn's sister Mary.
No, I didn't. That's fucked up.
So listen, she was not able to get in there for too long, and she was not able to reign for too long, but apparently her sister Mary, she's I think fourth removed cousin from the royal family. I can't remember it correctly, but I think it's something like that. Don't know. And I trying to figure out, right?
Fourth removed cousin. What's the royal family come to? Yeah,
but they are cousins. They are.
Yeah.
And I did read somewhere where I do read a lot sometimes, and sometimes I don't have anything to do. So most times I just read.
However,
Catherine, William's wife.
Oh yeah.
She has some royal background as well.
Yeah, she's related to some royal. I don't know what royal, but she is related to some royal back. It's like a duke or something, because they're the nobles. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I wouldn't be surprised though. Like I'm just saying, this is my opinion. You got that power where you can kind of forge shit to say, oh, we got some sort of, royal family. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
They can though.
That's what I'm saying. It can happen. It's not something that, I'm making up in my mind and imagine it can happen.
It's not allegedly. It can happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm just saying these things can happen.
No, they will have happened. Like,
oh my God, why you gotta do that? Oh, they would happen.
Yeah, they would have.
Okay.
Ain't no might about it.
So we're gonna talk about the third wife, Jayne Seymour, his favorite wife. What?
I thought it was your favorite.
No, that was Henry's favorite. No, that's Henry's favorite. She wasn't my wife, was she? It's Henry's favorite. I didn't get the pom poms. That's Henry's wife.
One wife that you favored in history and was not your wife.
No, I liked Catherine of Aragon. I liked her. I just liked her story. Because, according to you, I don't know. You don't know her, so you can't like it. Go ahead.
This one lasted 1 year. They seem to be going lower and lower and lower. Oh, they did.
Yes.
Oh, you bastard.
Not the fault. It wasn't Henry's fault. It wasn't her fault either. She just died of postnatal complications, 2 weeks after giving birth.
Yeah, but I'm on about like they all go down in a slim line by looking at it like
divorce. Yeah, because the next one is like 6 months, isn't it?
Well, yeah. But she gave birth to one beautiful child for him, future Edward VI.
Yeah, and it was said that she's the favorite of all his wives, and she was the only one that actually get a queen's funeral. And after his death, he was buried alongside her in St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle.
Oh, how so romantic. Bless him.
Oh my God, your sarcasm.
I'm trying to be sympathetic
trying to be what?
Here.
It's not coming off as such. It's more sarcastic than anything else. I mean, anywho.
I didn't.
Anywho, yes, she gave birth to Edward, his first son. I wonder if that's why she's the favorite. I wonder if that's
I was thinking that like it's because she gave him a boy before she died.
I think because I mean Catherine of Aragon, she didn't give him the boy. She was faithful. She was sent to some like a non type
monastery.
Shit. Is the monastery? I thought it was monks that do the monastery.
So what is it, a nunnery? Or a nunnery?
Oh my God, whatever the hell it is, I would think that because he did her real bad, I think. He did her, I just like her story. He did her real bad. See, women, this serves as an example as to not be so devoted to a man, because guess what? They kick you in the ass anyways.
It just doesn't go to women nowadays. We're 2024. Don't forget about the non-binary and the gays and all that blah.
Well, the thing is, I do tend to forget it. I'm not homophobic or any type of that. I was just not raised in this era where it is common for me. I not saying that, gays is, because back then we had gays when it was, coming up, but the non-binary, like, I don't understand that. And we're not going to have this conversation right now because that's a different topic on its own. Like, wow. To each their own. That's your life to live. I'm not here to judge. To each their own. But, like I'm saying, Jayne Seymour, she was Henry's favorite wife. And I think because she gave him the boy.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
That's why he got buried with her. because a boy, and he died, and he was still there. So obviously, like, yeah, boy,
yeah.
She made him.
Anne of Cleves. Now, this is like, it's funny to me.
She didn't last long.
You know why she didn't last long?
Divorced, beheaded, died. Got divorced because he wanted some more pom-pom.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was so superficial. She wasn't pretty enough.
Why marry her in the first place?
Because
forming an alliance with the Cleves.
Yeah, and he did ask for a picture of her, but apparently the brother, that sneaky fucker, that big, he know what he was doing. He knew what the fuck he was doing. That brother, he told the person that was painting the portrait of her, to not look at her. So I guess he kind of the painter just paint whatever, you know. I don't know. And I don't know. It's like, how do you paint the likeness of some?
So,
oh, that's not nice, though.
I know it's not nice, but that's how it was back in the day. Like, you know, formed an alliance for, you know, political power and Catholic power, and what become of it? A divorced.
Have you ever seen the portraits of kings and queens back in the day?
Yeah, they look hideous, ugly, like the faces are so huge, like it's fucking.
So, unless Anne of Cleves is like the sister of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, I don't understand what kind of ugly is she?
She wasn't ugly. Well, by this, she didn't look ugly. They're not all real pictures of her, are they?
No, maybe not, but it's not a lot of pictures that was painted back then that made. The only picture I see that was like pleasant, to be honest, is Anne Boleyn picture.
Oh, and yeah, but I don't know. They all look painted like that. Some of them.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like.
No, it's just how history looked, and everyone's just copying it. You watch. None of them are real. It's all AI. It's all been AI.
Because maybe this is the picture that the king got when, you know, he requested a portrait of her. The picture that we are seeing here. Yeah, I think that's the picture he got. But then probably after, you know, she came over in 1539.
Married him in 5040 and divorced him in 5040.
Yeah, 6 months. 6 months of marriage.
Yeah, but that could have been the picture that was.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
loads of it. Like, she's like all curled up in like a fucking nunnery bun. Why do they dress like that?
Did you know? After Catherine of Howard was beheaded, was it Catherine? Yeah, before he was married to Catherine of Parr, Anne Cleves and her brother was trying to talk Henry VIII back into remarrying her, but he was like, no. He was like, no.
That Brunoni is not good enough. She's not giving me what I want.
Man, how the fuck you gonna marry somebody after you married them, right? And you got divorced, and you give she got away scot-free. She was able to live a full life, and he gave her a good settlement, gave her the house, the lands that was owned by the Boleyns, right? And she was able to. I don't even think she ever lived there. She was known as the king's beloved sister, I'm good on that. I don't want to remarry you. You call me ugly, we fine. I'm not forcing shit. Like, I'm fine. How can you be named as the beloved sister and then you want to go marry your beloved brother? Make that make sense? Like, boy, like that's like at this point it's incest. It's not. They're not brothers and sisters, but
back in the day,
point,
they did all that. Like,
oh yes, oh my god, I so forget. Oh my god, yeah, it's common. It was okay. It was common.
It was common every fucking where back in the day. Everyone did it. They all did it. Everyone was looking for it, and it was like if you got caught, you got caught. But that's what happens.
Pure blood. That's what they call that. Pure blood. Pure royalty. That's what they call. You're laughing. I'm dead ass. That's what they call it. It is pure royalty.
It is pure royalty. Yeah, because it comes from
and
both
that's why
sides.
and that's why we need to understand that the same family tree, produce all sorts of deformities,
weird creatures. Everybody now is probably related.
Oh, I'm not related to you.
No, I'm on about the royalty. Like the king, William could be his like long lost cousin.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't be like that. It'll be like, who would it be? But like Queen Elizabeth could have been like.
She was married to Philip, who's her cousin.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, the Queen Elizabeth. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he was a prince of Germany, so oof.
Her family was German. Her family was German. Yes, they were German, and just to fit in with England, and because they weren't accepted here in England at first, because they had German background, German name, so they changed the name to Windsor.
Mountbatten.
Mountbatten. No, they add his name now because, based on what I read, he wanted his children to have, his name. So what is it then? Yeah, Mountbatten. That's what it is. But I'm saying before she was married to him, it was Windsor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So they wanted like a more English name. You understand? Because back then the English people did not really accept them back then, so yeah. They had to adapt. So really, Queen Elizabeth is the start of, the English, line. Should I say she was born in England and then her children and, and so on and so forth. So, but her father and, her...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And her husband, I think they was from German.
Well, yeah, he could have been because he had to, take over from his brother who abdicated. So you don't know where he was at this point in time because he was old and, senile-ish when he became king, and then Elizabeth became.
Who was senile?
No, I don't mean senile. I mean just old.
He didn't get. He had cancer.
Yeah, from smoking too much.
Yeah, it was cancer. It was. That's why the Queen decided to live a healthy life. She decided she was not going to be smoking. She wasn't a drinker really. She wanted to live a healthier life than her father. She was not a smoker. She was not a drinker. Yeah, not really. She was more healthy. Her sister though, she pick up.
That's why she just lasted so long.
She's a strong woman, I think. Time is getting away from us. So now we're going to Catherine Howard.
Howard? We've been to Catherine Howard, haven't we?
No, we just came off of...
I thought you were literally just spoken about Catherine Howard. She was like, oh, do you know how Catherine Howard got beheaded? No. I was like, what?
No, we was talking about Anne of Cleves. Like...
Yeah, you mentioned Catherine Howard. I'm not even joking.
Well, listen. what I said about Catherine Howard is after he beheaded her, I went back to Anne of Cleves and let you know that, she and her brother put forward, a solution for the king to remarry her. That's what I said. That's what we did not really go into details on Catherine, though she doesn't really have much to go into details on.
No, because she didn't last long either.
No, because she was beheaded for adultery, was it?
Yeah, that was it. Adultery with some men.
Oh my God. And I don't think that was it. I just feel like he had enough of this shit and he was like, what's the best way to get out of that marriage?
He didn't get much out of the marriage. She didn't. Was she even pregnant? No.
No.
He got a bit of sex and nothing else.
I can't with you. You are so horrible.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What I mean?
You've literally just been slagging these people off for the last 40 minutes. We both have, and yeah.
I didn't really find much about her more than so that she was like beheaded.
Yeah, because she was married. Mm-hmm. Then she was divorced. Well, she was married. Then I'm pretty sure she was like locked away, and then Parliament passed a bill declaring treason, and 2 days later she was dead. Like
Anne Boleyn, she was a boss. Anne Boleyn had her. She was ready. She was like, "Yo, this is my fate. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed a tear. You're not gonna see weakness from me. I'm gonna be a boss, and I'm gonna get my.
You'll be a boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my head sliced off like a boss. I'm gonna go like a boss. Deuces." I did like her based on what I love her confidence, because what I read, she was very, very she was like, confidence was Anne Boleyn. Confidence was Anne Boleyn. So his last marriage was Catherine Parr.
Parr.
How do you pronounce it? Stop playing with me. How do you pronounce it?
Parr.
What did I say?
Parr.
What did I say?
Parr.
Okay, it kind of sound like I kind of like drag it, make it lazy, whatever, but you Parr.
Yeah, she was his last wife. She lasted a little bit longer. But they all not as much as the first one.
She lasted what? Like what, 3 years?
4 years.
4 years?
But she lasted longer than him, because he like popped his clogs and walked off.
Right.
So, but she brought together a lot of people. She brought back Mary and Elizabeth back to reconcile with her father. I don't even think was she pregnant? Oh, she was married 2 times more before. Oh, this is a woman that had a kid. She had a kid with another man after marriage with the king.
Catherine.
And then Catherine Parr. She had a daughter with another man. It was after the marriage of the king, though. So it's not like it would be considered as treason.
No, it's not, because he met her with her child, and she already.
No. She married the king. He died. Right. Then she went off and.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Probably one. I think it was one of her previous husbands before she married the king.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you have. I know you have a bit about. You want to talk a bit about Lady Jane Grey.
Lady Jane Grey. Yeah. You can talk about her. Do you have any information on Lady Jane Grey?
No, I left that all to you because you seem excited to talk about her. So I was like, "Well, you have it."
Well, she's just a 9-day queen, ain't she? She's the great granddaughter of Henry VII and great niece of Henry VIII. Don't ask me how. Oh, it's through Mary, his first daughter. And his cousins to Mary the First, Elizabeth I, and Edward VI. Well, she is. And she became queen by, what's his name? John Dudley. In a plot. I don't know what he was trying to succeed at. But they failed. And
he was trying to gain power. He was trying to gain power through her. Have her heir.
Yeah, but have her have power.
Right. And then in
what
turn.
Was he gonna get? She would have killed him afterwards. She would have just slaughtered him.
I don't think so. I think his hope was he put her on the throne and help her get to the throne. Let me just say that. And once she's on the throne, he would be able to have, favoritism with her. So
I'm pretty sure it says there that he didn't want to be a nobleman. He wanted to be king.
Ambitious. Very ambitious.
Ambitious, yeah. Very, very ambitious. But it didn't plan out, did it? Because she only lasted 9 days, and 2 days into her reign, all the other ministers favoured Mary.
Right.
Mary first. And I don't know what happened to her after that. I don't know if she died.
I mean, she's not out there somewhere living in the fucking dumps. Of course she died. What do you mean you don't know what happened after that?
Well, she's died, she's died at some point, but I'm not sure if it was like beheaded, poisoning, torture.
She probably was locked away so that she wasn't able to claim the throne or abdicate the throne again or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Back in the day, I'm not familiar with the friggin' phrases back in the day type shit. She wasn't able to, claim the throne, claim any sort of, So she probably was locked away for a time. Who's to know? And then probably just died. Like they did Mary Scott.
Right. Seems like you've just travelled back to the history times of 1509 and 1547, sorry. Just witness this whole phrase. But that's all I got on that Lady Jane Grey.
Well, I feel like this is one of our longest discussion, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We enjoy doing this. Thank you for listening. See you on another episode of Ying and Yang. Bye.
Bye.